What loophole did you exploit for years before someone found out? I paid $300 a month to park a really pimped out van in a heated garage in Boston. If you parked front and no one could see you. Found a spot near an electrical outlet and ran a line into the van. Paid for a $10 gym across the street that was open for 24 hours, so I had all the hot showers I wanted. Served at a nearby restaurant, so ate most of my meals for free. Watched TV on my laptop with the free Wi-Fi from the coffee shop above me. Literally lived in downtown Boston for $310 a month while I went to college. r/van life would like your autograph, Reddit link. The best story on this thread. Rock on. When I was a kid, there was a pay phone down the street that if you put your quarter and made a call but no one answered, it would give you back 2 quarters. Went there all the time and called home when I knew no one was there to answer. My friend and I would go around to the pay phones at the mall and do the trick where you repeatedly press the lever that hangs up the receiver and out popped a handful of quarters. My friends would just hit it until it released all the coins. You can do this with humans too. Okay, Mario. I went to a sporting goods store and they asked me for my phone number when I was paying. I was in a bad mood and didn't want to fight with the clerk, so I told them our local area code, +555 1212, which is the old number for directory assistance. Clerk accepted it and I left. When I checked my receipt, I had a huge number of loyalty points, because apparently a ton of other people did the same thing. I called the office the next day and switched the account to my new address. A half dozen times over the next few years, I went and got free stuff with all the points that I kept racking up as one of their most loyal customers. Edit. Wow. I've never had a comment blow up like this before. Thanks everyone. Totally made my day. 867-5309 often works for this as well. Growing up, I worked at a chain grocery store. They had a policy in place that if an item price label didn't match the scanned price in the computer, the first item was free and any subsequent items would be for whichever price was lower. Every few months, an elderly woman would come in and spend 4 to 5 hours shopping. When she would come up to the register, she would have a full cart and near everything would be free. I had to ring her out a handful of times and only caught a few items overall that she was wrong on. At one point, she found a comforter BBB mislabeled and got it for free, $40 to $50 sticker price. More than once the store manager would watch her on the store cameras to ensure she wasn't switching the stickers, but never saw her do anything sneaky, just very calmly looking over every item shelved one at a time. Eventually the policy changed and she stopped coming in at all. TL/Dr. Store managers hate this one simple trick. The McDonald's app used to have an entry in the order book for garlic parmesan fries that you only found through the search option. It cost $0. Every time I ordered it, I got free regular fries. Also, you can set the drink option on Happy Meals to coffee, which is not really a loophole but handy. In Spain, you can get a beer with a Happy Meal. Parking meters took credit cards, but they weren't actually connected to a live network at all times. The machine just confirmed the card number was valid and was not expired, then spit out a valid pass. So when my card number got stolen and replaced, I kept my old, cancelled card. Of course, when the system tried to run the card later, it would be declined. My car and I were long gone by then. Sadly, they wised up and now it charges your card before giving you a pass. There used to be this app called Free Rice or something on Facebook back when it first came out. It was a widget, I think, where you could answer multiple choice questions and for each one right you would have a grain of rice donated to a family. While that was quite crap because a bowl of rice was a ton of grains, so I one day found out while playing that if I knew an answer 100%, I could spam click the answer repeatedly until I got bored, and when the website finally loaded in my selection it would count as a ton of right answers. I eventually earned about 500,000 grains of rice for some family, if they actually ended up donating it. Edit. Just to clear it up, I didn't do this over the course of a single day. I meant I found the loophole one day while playing the game normally. Abused the loophole every day after that though. E2, user kernel O popcorn mentions it was most likely 10 grains per right answer, which sounds way more reasonable. Sorry about that. 1 grain would be hilariously bad. Reddit link. Worked out how to get the jackpot every time on a Connect 4 fruit machine in a pub I used to drink in. It would cost about £5, £10 before you'd get into the bonus round, then when you did, you'd play a Connect 4 game against the machine. You place the first counter, and then after the machine places the next counter, you mirror the machine's move. Every game ends in a draw, and you win the jackpot, which was £50. The pub landlord removed the machine after around 3 months as it was regularly empty, basically paid for my drinking and more for 3 months. Those machines normally operate on profit share with the machine owners, so it makes sense it was removed. One week the local Chick-fil-A put a coupon in a local coupon magazine flyer which was buy one, get one free, any item on the menu. Next to that coupon they had a 50% off any menu item. I carefully checked, and neither coupon mentioned cannot be combined with any other offer anywhere on it. So I ran out to the local grocery store and grabbed a stack of these flyers. Sure enough, the next week the offer was gone, but it was too late to stop me. I spent almost 2 years as a grad student living almost exclusively off of 128-count nugget platters that I would get for 25% of the cost, first half off, second free. Place went under new management and they put up a sign saying they would no longer be accepting those coupons. Not entirely sure if that was due solely to me or if anyone else was pulling the same thing. I had about 20 coupon pairs left when they shut it down. I had a similar thing with my friend in canned tuna. We were shopping after our gym visit and came across some incredibly cheap tuna, not even on sale. I think an ordinary can cost something like $1.50, but this was like 30 cents. So naturally we bought like 30 cans each on multiple occasions, and a few weeks later the price had gone up to something like $1.30 instead. I'd like to believe we were the culprits of that. Still ongoing. Thanks to a charge card I was granted top-tier elite status with a hotel chain. I downgraded 6 years ago but the status remained. The hotel chain went through a merger, but since I had retained the status for over 10 years I was given lifetime top status in the new program that was created. What do you get for top status? They're allowed to stay in any room that's available in exchange for financial compensation. It's crazy. They even give a special card that allows them access to the room anytime during their stay. I'm Spire Elite, top tier, at IHG, Holiday Inn, Express, etc., and the main benefit is free upgrades. I regularly get the next category room upgrade when I check in. Sometimes I get the honeymoon suite. Oh, and I have been at exactly one hotel that had parking right next to the handicap parking specifically for Spire Elite members. Back in 1999-2000s there was this web advertising company called All Advantage. You could install their ad banner on your computer and it would occupy like the bottom 15% of your screen and show you ads, and AA would pay you for the time you were exposed to the ads. Of course they had basic measures in place like stopping your accumulated time if your screensaver came on or your computer went to sleep. But all it took was a simple program that would keep your mouse slowly moving while you're actually away in real life, and the AA clock would keep on ticking. Not sure if keeping it running at all times I was away in real life ended up being cost effective in regards to cost of electricity, but I was a teenager living with my parents so I didn't care about that. I think I pulled maybe $500 or so before the company went under. Fun fact, All Advantage used zip codes to check if you were an American citizen. They asked your name and zip code to have an account, and they were amazed because their most popular neighborhood was an incredibly affluent Californian area. Basically, people from outside the US would make an account and use the only zip code they knew. Beverly Hills 90210. From the TV show of the same name. As a Canadian, I have most certainly used 90210 for some sign up or another, and I never even watched the show lol. I still do this, on the rare chance that some US pages still don't realize they have audiences outside North America. Yup. Used 90210 when I needed American PSN account for something once. I know some guys that made a ton of money off that. They did it manually, with many computers with all the mice sitting on a board that was jiggled by an orbital sander. They made enough to fund their startup, which was very successful. My old job, I worked at a pretty large gym, gold level, like the third highest level. Monthly fee was $79 for the gold membership, but employees got a free diamond membership. Worked there for a year and a half before I quit, but my account was never deactivated. Been going there for a while completely free, still not found out. Diamond membership is like $200 a month. For that money, do you get a free hand job after your workout, or what? I wish, haha, just access to all gym locations nationwide. Used to work at Starbucks like 7 years ago, and they used to print these receipts where if you filled out a survey it would give you a 6-digit code which you could then exchange for a free drink. However, when you gave in the receipt with the code, we would just toss it in the garbage and then give the free drink. So over a shift I would just keep all the survey receipts when people didn't want them, write random numbers on them, then keep a wallet full of free coffee. Since I already got tons of free drinks, I would give them to homeless people and explain it was good for a free coffee. Probably gave away like 100 free drinks. This is the most chaotic good thing I've heard today. I used to live in an apartment across the road from a casino whilst at university. They released an app where if you check in you get points that go towards free food and drinks. Because I was close enough to the casino I could just check in without going to the casino itself. Every Saturday I used to get a free burger, fries and drink and watch sport in the sports bar. They eventually scrapped the app. It was awesome considering I was a broke university student. I had a somewhat similar one. I worked in a renovated office building that had casino on first floor. Every month they would send me a promo pack that included 5 $20 free plays. So periodically I'd go to lunch, put the $20 down on roulette red/black, and if I won take the $20 and leave. Went on for around a year before they stopped sending me coupons. Good work, indeed. This was a while back and I totally forgot to add there was always 4 free buffets included as well, 1 per week. So on a random day each week after work I'd grab a very nice buffet for dinner as well. Was quite a racket while it lasted. Got keys to a new flat on a Friday afternoon. The place had electric but it wasn't in my name. Went to the electric company just before closing and the lady said flat 8 you say. We only have record of 7 flats on that building. Tell you what, glances at the clock, come back Monday with the serial number on your meter, and we'll get you all hooked up. I never went back and enjoyed free electric for over 2 years until I moved out. Edit to clarify, when I say wasn't in my name, this was originally a large single dwelling property that had been converted into flats/apartments. My one I guess was a late addition and I was the first tenant. It simply wasn't registered to me or anyone. It's also standard here in the UK to pay the individual utility bills to the individual utility companies providing their services. My mum had a flat like that for years, gas and electric. Contacted both the providers in the area and they both said the other one was supplying that flat and she never got a bill. That kind of situation is great, totally guilt-free. Well, I did my part. If they have their heads up their asses that far, it's not on me. I'd have been mining Bitcoin in that apartment. Someone is paying, it was likely in the landlord's dime and they'd figure out a huge spike quickly. Circa late 80s. You could make a long-distance collect call from a pay phone, and charge it to a private number. The operator would call the other number to confirm. We'd ask the operator to call the number of another pay phone nearby, and have a friend authorize the call. Free long distance for almost a year. In the 1970s my dorm had one pay phone. My parents wanted me to call them once a week. I would make a person-to-person call to Toby Desaad, who was our cat. My mother would tell the operator he could not come to the phone. She would then call the pay phone. You have a collect call from Dad, the movie's over, come pick me up. It's Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy. I still think about that commercial. When my dad was in college, he would call collect and ask for himself and my grandmother would tell the operator the truth that he wasn't there. This was how he let them know he had made it safely back to school until one day the operator said, "Ma'am, it's okay," he made it and ended the call. I tried this as a kid and the operator called me out on it one time. That's a payphone, as I think you very well know. Boo. Shame. It was fun whilst it lasted. Edit. This was in the UK, so the presence of a 9 as the 4th digit does not apply here. I called the operator one time and told her to shut up, then hanged up. She called me back and threatened to cut off our phone. I was so scared. Touché, Mrs. Phone Lady. Man, an operator scared the crap out of me once. During a prank call, she told me they had cameras and could see me and that they'd send the police. I didn't believe it. Until she said, "I can see your bike outside," as well. Incredible bluff. Obviously, all the kids would be taking their bikes around to prank the operator at phone booths. It was a common pastime for a couple of decades. But that ended my prank call career. Until mobiles and withheld numbers. Oh, we used to collect call from the mall, and during the part you say your name, we'd say something like, "Mom, come pick me up at the movie theater," and then she'd decline charges. Saves so many quarters. Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy. You rang? Ha ha ha, man, I'm this old too. This is literally how text messaging started. Cell providers realized they could embed small amounts of text data in the metadata your phone exchanged with the cell towers, and that, more importantly, they could charge you for a thing that cost them nothing. Oh man, I too remember when text cost 10 cents per message sent and received. Even today, the whole 1,000 cent / received SMS messages for $10 every month still exists. If I remember it correctly, I heard about it, never did it. In the early 90s, when I was in high school, folks would call somebody from the payphones in the school by the cafeteria and hang up right as the first ring started. The person that they called would 69 back to the payphone, and the person in school got their quarter back. It was going on so often that my school, my senior year, had the payphone switched to allow no incoming calls. Then it switched to the paperclip trick that I and other folks used to get a free call when we didn't have any change. But that just led to the payphones getting pulled from school. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.